This is part 2 of looking at the astrology of war going into 2025. And I just posted the one that is about Zelensky, the Ukraine, Russia, and Putin. And this one, we're going to look at the horror going on with Israel and the Palestinian people and Netanyahu. Okay, so welcome. My name is Lydia. This is the Feng Shui and Bazi Chinese astrology channel. And on this channel, I often like to read the charts of famous people, politicians, even countries, because it helps us to understand, I think, our own astrology and our own lives. So welcome. If this sparks interest for you, please subscribe, like, hit the bell so you don't miss a single video. So welcome again, and I'll put links for you so that you can follow this along. There is a full blog of all of this on the Kharma Khameleon website, and here we go. So we are now looking at Israel. Israel is born or established May 14th, 1948 at 16 o'clock. It is the year of Yang, Earth, Rat, the month of Yin, Fire, Snake, the day of Yin, Earth, Pig, and the hour of Yang, Water, Monkey. I'm going to pause here just to say, all I'm doing here, friends, is speaking astrology. This is not political commentary. I have no opinion on any of this that I am reporting. I'm giving you this information because I think it's important. And I also think that it reminds us all, please, in your day-to-day life, think, speak, live with kindness in your heart. And if you can't be kind, be silent and walk away. Do some mindful breaths and get a hold of yourself, because this world does not need any more violence. So that being said, if you have comments, if you have questions, please keep them in the vein of kindness and respect. I really, really appreciate that. This is not easy. This is not easy stuff to look at, to interpret, to intuit. I don't like having this even in my energetic field. I got sick. I literally felt sick yesterday writing this. This is hardcore. And it makes me so desperately sad that we as people, as humans, can be so horrible to one another. Yeah. So it starts with you. It starts with me. So here we go. All right. So again, we see the punishment. We see a partial punishment in this chart of Israel. And what this shows me is this chart has got two conflicts going on. One conflict, one penalty, and that right there is enough to tell me that that Israel as a whole is always, always, always going to have problems because of how it was formed. And this is the importance of date selection. If you're going to get married, if you are starting a business, incorporating a business, signing a contract on a house, any major thing, check the astrology. So the month and the hour are the snake and the monkey. And this shows all kinds of issues. And again, this penalty of snake, monkey, tiger, and the tiger isn't in here, so it's not full, but it's still felt, speaks of chronic issues with legal issues, financial issues, economic issues, safety issues, sanctions, the threat to their sovereignty. And the hour is against the day. The day is the pig. The pig and the snake are enemies. So this is yang, fire, and water. This shows that, the government has a real control over its people. Yeah, the government is not always in alignment with its people. And the people are, the pig is so lovely. So the people of Israel are easygoing, likable, affable, but there is forever an uneasiness about how they're governed and how they thrive or struggle in life. Younger generations especially be influenced by this internal unrest. Now, what's interesting is Israel is moving into a new luck cycle in 2025. Do you notice all the shifts going on? 2027, Russia goes through a shift. 2023, Vladimir Putin moved into a new luck cycle. Ukraine goes into a new luck cycle 2025. Zelensky going into a new luck cycle next month. Do you see this? This is a pivotal time, friends. A lot of shift is happening. What is going to end these endless wars? So, Israel shifts into a new luck cycle in 2025 to a yin wood ox, which brings a massive shakeup with a lot of oppression, criticism, and danger. The ox is a call to hold confidently to the independence and sovereignty of its nation, its people, and all who support Israel. And they will continue to receive financial support in various forms. But there is a hidden threat here, and also a drive to take action in some way. But it's not revolutionary or transformative. It's just the people being more engaged and motivated. This next decade for Israel is surging in a massive water trio, suggesting a growing economy in the coming years. Which is great. That shows that Israel will recover from this and continue to thrive, or be thriving at some point. So, important to note, our astrology, your birth chart, is the foundation. And from that, the next influence is your current luck cycle. And after that is the year, then the month, the day, and then the hour, just like we're peeling down an onion. And that's why you can have a perfectly fine astrology, and along comes a luck cycle or a year that forms a punishment, creates a conflict, damages something, and life goes sideways. And we've seen this in so many of the astrology charts I've read here on the channel. And so for that reason, I extend this offer to you that at this point, as we are headed into fall, I'm extending this earlier than I ever have before, because I think 2025 is going to be one of our biggest years. So very transformative. And so if you order a written Bazi astrology now through the new year, the Lunar New Year, I will gift you. And that written report is so full of information regarding your personal Bazi astrology. And you get a 30-minute Q&A with me. Plus, I'm going to give you a overview of your 2025 and a month-by-month forecast, specific again to your chart. Now is the time to get it done so that you are ready and prepared, because we can work with our astrology, even if it's challenging. On a scale as big as a country, not so much, right? All right, so 2025 brings the Yinwood snake, which brings conflict, challenges, and an oppressive influence from authority figures. This, again, is for Israel, because the snake reinforces the conflict inherent in their astrology that is directly impacting them as a people. This is a snake. They are born on the day of the pig. This is like a direct confrontation. Now, who else did I mention is born on the day of a pig? Somebody, yes. Zelensky is born on the day of a pig. Okay, so yeah, fabulous people. Everybody loves them. Super easygoing, but the snake is their enemy. And so not an easy time. Not an easy time. And this is like a full-on attack that could topple the existing government. And we shall see if that involves Netanyahu or not. This also speaks of change, rebellions, revolutions, and actions taken in protest. And you'll see that the people of Israel are struggling to identify with their homeland. This is not going to be an easy time for the Israelis going into next year. I'm sorry to say. I just did a video on Netanyahu. I will put links to all of my previous videos, including when this Israeli conflict began. Oh, it's heavy stuff. It really is heavy. So Benjamin Netanyahu, born 21st of October, 1945. And like I said, I just did a reading on him. He's born 9:15 in the morning, daylight savings time, Yin Earth Ox year, Yang Wood Dog month, day of a Yang Wood monkey, hour, ready? You ready? Yin Earth snake. He has the same hour as Donald Trump. So again, here we have it, a partial penalty with the hour and the day. And you ready for this? His life pillar is a Yang fire tiger, creating a hidden full penalty, suggesting a life filled with conflict, with danger to his health, his finances, his everything. This is somebody that has dealt with all kinds of hardship in his life. Not an easy astrology at all. Plus, he also has a partial penalty with his year of the ox, month of the dog, suggesting a lot of stress, especially family stress, that leads to him feeling weak. And he is weak. He's only has 4% water nourishing his woody self that's at 21%. More than half his chart is consumed by the element earth, what he controls. What he controls. What he controls. Yeah. And in 2024, January 2024, he moved into a new luck cycle. I know, you see what I'm saying? Everybody's going through all of these major shifts. He's just moved into a Yang fire tiger. He is living out his life's destiny. He's living out his life pillar, and now there is this full penalty. Add to that, that the tiger is the enemy of the monkey. This is like wood and metal conflict. Yeah. And the tiger and the snake harm wood, which is his own element. This does not bode well for Benjamin Netanyahu. So let's look at 2025 is creating a toxic scenario, and he just entered this new luck cycle of the tiger. So now that he's living out his destiny in this very intense way, the next 10 years are going to rattle him to the core. This is someone in a position of action. It is finding support, acting with confidence and independently. He is on his own mission. 2025, you can expect his career to go through a massive shift of some kind, not excluding being imprisoned for genocide, wars, war against humanity, being removed from office. I actually could see that very much happening. And now, with Lebanon, a whole nother shift of conflict. It's like, who are you fighting with? Everybody? Everybody that shares your border? Are you feeling that insecure, Benjamin? What's happening, sir? Can you just focus on, I don't know, leaving these people alone? I don't know. So much retaliation, so much just, I don't know. A way of living that is so foreign to me, because I cannot imagine so much horror in our world as has been playing out. Alrighty. So last but not least, here we go. We're looking at Palestine. Established 15th of November, 1988 at basically 48 minutes after midnight. This is the year of Yang Earth Dragon, month of Yang Water Pig, day of Yang Wood Dog, and hour of Yang Wood Rat. And we know that the day and the year are in conflict. And when we have our year and day in conflict, it shows a person or a nation that are forever at war with themselves. There is forever internal conflict. It's like two big mountains colliding. They will forever be displaced by where they are, on what soil they claim as home. They also have a Jalbird chart, meaning too much resource. There's, for having a day that is wood, there is 45% water. They can't thrive or find any real success in life as a nation and as a people. That's what happens when you have too much resource. Too much is coming. It's like you're being overwhelmed. A good thing turns bad. Their current luck cycle is a Yang Fire Tiger. A Yang Fire Tiger. Showing much action and movement, and it's also a time of finding their independence. But the fire, their ability to actively live life in a productive way, is threatening their resource, their government. Add to that hidden illnesses like polio. And the craziness of all of this is that 2025 brings in the snake in the final year of this luck cycle. So again, another shift coming with Palestine. Wow. Amazing. The snake, all right, so the snake, their month is the pig. Snake and the pig are enemies. This shows it's like if Hamas is represented as the leaders of the Palestinian people, then this would show basically their downfall, or a lot of contention and a lot of fighting happening there. And 2025 just feels like a final blow. February arrives. It could be that some major event happens in February. And again, the other months to look at are May and August, when these penalties are going to bloom for the collective and for those who individually have any aspect of the penalty, the snake combining with a monkey or a tiger in your chart. There's no real good outcome here. The snake literally is an attack on these civilians, and the wood speaks directly of them finding a new way to identify with themselves. June 2025 should set them free. Let's just put that out there. By the end of the year, they will be reborn in a way. 2026, they move into a new time as a people of Palestine. And this is a total renovation, a re-identification of themselves, of their nation, of themselves after this genocide has happened. What's left? Where do they go? How do they reband? On what soil do they call home? On what soil do they begin life anew? And maybe they find leaders that are more just and peaceful in how they rule. So all this, yeah. So we take pause. We take pause here. We look at these horrible conflicts, knowing that there are so many other conflicts happening in our world that the news just doesn't cover for whatever reason. But do your homework. Find alternative news sources off of mainstream news, and find other places in the world where there are hardships going on, and see where you can direct your prayers. Yeah. And again, I welcome your comments, your questions. Please, please keep it kind, positive, respectful. And yeah, this is where we are, friends. 2025. I'm curious to see where all of our world is going to land us this time next year. And until then, well, we've got a whole lot of living to do. We have the US election coming up. The next videos I will be posting are the forecast for October, the most violent, contentious, conflicted month of 2024, and the best and most challenging days in the month of October. That includes the US election day. So until then, be well, and thank you.